Right now in Zimbabwe, something very important is happening, and it is changing the whole political mood step by step. President Emerson Mnangagwa has come out clearly and is now calling for dialogue. And this is not just a normal message. This is a strong signal that something deeper is going on inside the system. So let us go straight into it. At this moment, the country is facing serious political tension. And at the center of everything is the issue of leadership direction and the future beyond the current timeline. There has been strong discussion around extending leadership plans toward 2030, and this has created mixed feelings across different groups. Some people support it, some people are not comfortable with it, and others are watching quietly, waiting to see what will happen next. Now, when the president comes out and says, let us have dialogue, you must understand that this is not by mistake. Leaders do not just wake up and ask for dialogue. It usually means pressure is building somewhere, and there is a need to calm the situation before it grows bigger. So the big question right now is simple. Why is dialogue needed at this time? Think about it carefully. When everything is moving smoothly, you will not hear strong calls for dialogue. But when there are different views, when there are disagreements, when there are silent tensions, that is when dialogue becomes very important. And right now, Zimbabwe is in that kind of moment. So let me break it down in a very simple way so everyone can follow clearly. There are three main sides to this situation. The first side is those who believe the current leadership direction should continue as planned. They feel stability is important and they believe long-term plans need time to work. The second side is those who believe the country must follow the original system without changes. They are focused on rules, process, and making sure everything stays balanced. The third side is the ordinary people, the citizens, who are mostly focused on daily life. They want the economy to improve, they want opportunities, they want peace, and they want a clear future. Now, when you put these three sides together, you begin to see why dialogue is now coming into the picture. Because without dialogue, these differences can grow. And when differences grow without control, they can create confusion, uncertainty, and slow down progress. So what the president is trying to do now is to bring everyone to the table, to talk, to listen, and to find a way forward. But here is where it becomes very interesting. Dialogue is easy to say, but it is not easy to do. Because for dialogue to work, it must be real. It must be open. It must include all important voices, and it must lead to real results. So let me ask you right now, do you think this dialogue will be real and open? Drop your comment right now, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, because we are bringing everything to you step by step in a simple way. Now, let us go deeper into what is happening behind the scenes. There has been increasing tension in the political space, not loud in every place, but strong enough to be felt. And when leaders begin to respond with calls for dialogue, it shows that they are aware of this tension. At the same time, there are discussions happening within different groups, including experienced members, veterans, and policy voices. And each group has its own view about the future. Some want continuity, some want change, some want balance. So when the president says, let us talk, it is also a way of trying to bring all these views into one space. But again, the big issue is trust, because dialogue without trust becomes just talk. And people are asking, will this dialogue include everyone? Will it be fair? Will people speak freely? Will there be real listening? Because if these things are not present, then the dialogue may not bring the result people are expecting. So once again, I want to hear from you. What do you think should be the main topic in this dialogue? Should it be leadership direction? Should it be the economy? Should it be the future of elections? Or should it be everything together? Drop your answer, like this video, and subscribe right now so you don't miss the next update. Now, let us talk about timing. Timing is very important in politics. And this timing tells us a lot, because this call for dialogue is coming at a moment when discussions about the future are becoming stronger. It is coming when people are paying more attention. It is coming when different opinions are becoming more visible. So this is not random. This is strategic. And strategy in leadership is always about control, direction, and stability. So the president is trying to guide the situation before it becomes too complex. But again, success will depend on how the process is handled. Now let us look at what will happen next. If the dialogue is done properly, it could bring calm, it could bring understanding, it could bring agreement, and it could create a clear path forward for everyone. But if it is not handled well, it could create more questions, more doubts, and more division. So this moment is very important, very, very important, because it can shape the next phase of the country. Now, let me bring it closer to you. As someone watching right now, what matters most to you? Is it stability? Is it fairness? Is it opportunity? Is it clear leadership direction? Think about it and share your thoughts in the comments. And please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because your support helps us bring more clear and simple updates like this. Now, let us continue. Another key thing to understand is that dialogue is not just about talking. It is also about listening. And listening is where many processes fail. Because if one side talks and the other side does not feel heard, then the process becomes weak. So for this dialogue to succeed, there must be real listening. Not just speaking, not just meetings, but real understanding. Now imagine this. Different voices come together in one room. Each voice has its own concern. Each voice has its own expectation. Each voice wants to be respected. So managing that kind of space is not easy. It requires patience. It requires structure. It requires honesty. And most importantly, it requires leadership. So the president is now in a position where he must guide this process carefully, because the outcome will affect many things. Now, let us talk about the people again. The citizens are watching everything. Even when they are quiet, they are observing, they are listening, they are thinking. And what they want is simple. They want to see progress. They want to see stability. They want to see a future they can trust. So this dialogue is not just for leaders. It is for everyone. Because whatever comes out of it will affect everyone. So once again, do you believe this dialogue will bring real change? Type yes or no in the comments right now. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let us move forward. There is also something important about the word pleads. This word is not small. It shows urgency. It shows importance. It shows that this is not just a normal conversation. It is something that needs attention. And when urgency is involved, it means time is also a factor. So decisions may need to be made faster. Processes may need to move quicker, and expectations may become higher. Now think about this. If dialogue starts, how long should it take? Should it be quick, or should it take time to make sure everything is done properly? This is another important question, because speed and quality must be balanced. Now let me ask you again. Do you prefer quick decisions or careful decisions? Drop your answer, like this video, and subscribe right now. Now we continue. This situation also connects to something bigger, which is national unity. Because dialogue, if done well, can bring unity. It can reduce tension. It can create understanding. But if done poorly, it can do the opposite. So the responsibility is very high. Very high. And everyone involved must understand that. Now, as we move forward, one thing is clear. Zimbabwe is entering a very important phase. A phase of discussion, a phase of decision, a phase of direction. And what happens next will matter a lot. So stay alert, stay informed, and stay engaged, because your voice also matters. So keep sharing your thoughts. Keep liking this video. Keep subscribing to the channel.